Everyone, it's the Chicken Gamer here, and welcome to another video where today I am going to be showing you how to make a smooth edge block, or whatever they're called. They're pretty simple to make, but it did take me a long time to learn how to do it. But it's basically like, you know how in the simulator games there's a hammer? Or maybe not even a simulator game, but there's a hammer and the block isn't just a cube. So I'm gonna show you how to do that kind of block. So what you want now is a block, and then you want a sphere, and then you want a cylinder. So I am going to change the color of these just so they don't blend in with the base plate, and they're more visible to see, better view I guess. So I'm gonna make them red. Just cause, why not? So a very important thing to do is anchor them. So you select them all, or one by one, and you do the anchor thing. If you don't know what anchoring does, it basically just makes it so the blocks won't fall apart, or if a block is in the air, it won't fall down. It'll stay still. So what you want to do is grab the cylinder. I'm going to duplicate the cylinder with Control D. So I'm going to delete the one I just did by doing Control X. So now it's duplicated. Another way to do is to right click it and duplicate, or right click that, duplicate. But I prefer the keyboard shortcuts. So I have this, and I'm going to duplicate the sphere. You know what, let's label these, because why not? Not that. I feel like I highly misspelled that, didn't I? Oh, no, I just forgot the I. Whoops. Okay. And then Q. Alright, so duplicate the cylinder and duplicate the sphere. The cube will be, or the block will be used last, placed in last. So obviously this needs to be resized, so you go to Home or Model and click Scale. Ignore the other builds. They don't need to be noticed right now. The videos I did on them are gone. I mean, already uploaded. So you want to change the studs, so that way it doesn't just go through. So you can type in whatever you want, or use the arrows. I'm going to go to 0.1 and slowly reel it in. There. Now it's perfectly smooth. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, duplicate it with Control D, and again. Now it's completely smooth. Then I'm going to change this back to, no, actually I'm going to do 4 studs. And they are not duplicated, so I'm going to Control D them all and duplicate them. And now they'll move 4 studs away. Good. Now that that's done, I duplicate one cylinder, go to Rotate, also found at Home, but I prefer being at the model area because there's far more options. And I'm going to rotate it at 45 degrees 2 times. Although I guess I could just do 90 degrees and do it once. But let's just stick to 45 degrees. Yep. Yeah, okay. Right, I want to go back to one stud just to get in there. And wow, already a perfect match. I wasn't sure if I'd have to change it again. So now I'm gonna go to 4 studs, and there again. Now, of course, you can always do 1 stud and just move it 4 times, but I'd rather just do it move once. Alright, so now you want to grab another cylinder, or duplicate it again, and rotate it this way with the blue thing at 45 degrees or 90 until the face is facing up. So now it's in the middle, so I'm gonna just do one and do it twice. And I think that can be fit in a little more smoothly. So I'm gonna go to 0.1. And actually no, it cannot, so I'm gonna go down 0.1. And there. And so now 4 degrees. 4 studs, my bad. And duplicate them both, select them both, duplicate them both, and move each of them down 4 studs. Great, so now I'm gonna select them all and then unselect using Control Alt and click. So now these 4 things are not selected. And now I'm going to duplicate these, my bad. Now that they're duplicated, I'm selecting it, but it's not showing through because it's showing the one duplicated also. So I'm going to bring the second pair up by 4 studs. Good, now you have basically a hollow cube. And this is where the cube actually comes in, the block, or however you want to put it. So I'm going to change our 4 studs and actually make it 0.1. So not yet a perfect fit. So if it's not perfect fit and you go down, see it's not completely smooth, what you want to do is bring it back up and carefully move it towards the side or move it towards the end. Like bring it this way or bring it that way to see what fits it best. So right now it's perfectly smooth right there, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. What I want here is to move it forward. So sometimes it's opposite, so on this side I had to bring it in, and on that side I had to bring it out, as you saw. Alright, so now I'm gonna move it this way. As I may have said or may not have said already, my dad called me down and I kind of lost my train of thought. So now this whole surface is completely smooth, this whole top. So now I am going to raise it all up by 4 studs. Doesn't really matter how many studs, you just want it off the ground. Then I am going to go back to 0.1 studs and bring it down until it's perfectly centered on the bottom as well. Not quite there yet. They are. Alright, so now you have these 4 gaps. So what you want to do is duplicate the box in the middle and bring it there. You just want to pretty much do the same thing. Resize, reposition. That was pretty loud, my bad. So that is still not even. That is even. And this is an issue because there's that tiny little thing which is not making it perfectly smooth. And now that is perfectly smooth. So now you can duplicate this and carefully place it in there. So now that is perfectly smooth. Then you duplicate the middle one again and do the same process all over again. So there's actually a gap here that's actually really getting on my nerves, just because I know it's not perfectly even. So there. Alright, so this, not perfectly even. You can see that it's not perfectly smooth. And now that's gone. And right here, you do the same. And then you duplicate it and move it, and there we go. We have a smooth edge cube. Now, of course, if you want to do something like a hammer, you can always resize the length of the cylinder and make a rectangle. And of course, if you want something smaller, you can also resize the size of it all. I forgot to duplicate the cube, that's why it felt weird. So you can make a smaller one, a larger one of a different shape, like a square or a rectangle, or get even more creative and make something else. Or you can also select it all and do that. Or go crazy and do this. So yeah, that's actually way too big. But shadow. Maybe if I select that. Nope. Okay. I am going to. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to delete those because they're no longer necessary. And yeah, there we go. That is how you make a smooth-edged cube, or rounded cube, or whatever. I don't know if it has a proper name, or if I've already said the proper name, or anything. I'm just calling it a smooth-edged cube, or rounded cube. So if this helped you out, and you'd like to see more videos, gaming, or tutorial, or otherwise, then let me know in the comment section below. If it helped you out, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!